I'm Bob Hallmark in Gladewater today. Let's take a trip back in time. Everybody knows about the storms that happened last month and what happened to Gladewater with widespread damage, trees down everywhere, power outages. We were all very aware of that. But in the aftermath, one of the most startling examples that we saw of damage was here in Gladewater over a little bit past Rodeo Drive out here of a home that had two trees toppled over on it, and it was still there a month later. Now, I say that as I introduce somebody who's very important to this story. Dustin Webb joins us right now. Dustin, you're a native, a local guy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where, now you live in Gladewater, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about this. First of all, how were you contacted about this situation?
So I saw it through Facebook. I originally grew up directly down the road from him, and so it's kind of closer to home for me. So I saw it on Facebook, shared throughout, and knew something was going to have to be done about it.
Okay. We're talking about, I'm going to show you some images here. This is the home of Billy Severance, and evidently they had lived there for quite a long time. What was your impression, Dustin, when you saw the place, when you actually got out and actually saw it?
There was absolutely no way it was livable. It's something like those trees need to be removed, and it was not livable by whatsoever.
And that's when you decided not just to talk about it, but you decided to do something about it.
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
I had some connections through Nino's Lawn Care, Muscle Man Moving, and myself, and I got a crew of guys out there, got roll-offs, everything we needed, chainsaws, continued to go out there, and we all got together at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning and started on it, had it done by probably 10:30.
And that's where we see, we're going to show you some pictures now. This is the updated version of Mr. Severn's house. And it was really a kind of a stark contrast to what you would see in maybe other areas that maybe are affluent, where
Right.
people can afford to actually have crews come out, clean
Yes,
up, roof repair, this sort of thing. They were living in this thing with the trees on top of the house.
Correct.
That had in your mind, you're probably going, no, you can't
No
do
way.
this.
Absolutely no way.
Now, I'm guessing that you did this early because you wanted to avoid the heat of the day.
100%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hoping we get done by 12 and we actually finish a little bit earlier. So that was great.
Now, some of these pieces that you cut away were not twigs. I mean, you cut away some large sections here.
Yeah, absolutely not. They were probably somewhere 200 pounds, some 150. I mean, we were cutting large stumps out, throwing them off the house, and then having guys carry them to the roll off.
Okay.
So they were extensively heavy.
What was Mr. Severn's reaction to this?
Realistically, he was extremely happy, and voiced in tears and everything else, and was trying to express his gratitude and appreciation for what we had done for him. So that was really nice to see on everybody else's behalf, and everyone knowing that they were getting nothing out of it was really even a bigger kind of story for everybody. I mean, they all did it out of the kindness of their heart.
Now, a lot of people might say, well, it's a great thing to do. What a great achievement to be able to do this. But you're not done yet, are you?
Absolutely not.
All right. You plan on doing something else.
We're planning on, we're looking at this GoFundMe. So we've started a GoFundMe. There'll be a link and everything else for that. So the money that we raise from that is going to be, we're going to do repairs, but it's unrepairable. So we're going to demolize the RV, or the mobile home, I apologize, and bring a fifth wheel RV in, stabilize it, clear everything out around. That way we give them a new home and somewhere they can live without having to worry about anything.
What's the target goal here as far as
If we can get 7,500 to 10 grand, that would 100% cover everything as far as camper costs, sets up, and everything all around the board. And that's our goal to be shooting for. If we don't, then okay, but we can still make something happen. And if it was me or my parents, I'd want somebody to do the same for me.
Okay. Proof that there's still some good hearts in this world.
Yes, sir.
And I'm guessing it's worth it to you just to know that they'll have a decent place to live.
150%.
All right. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate
Yes,
it. All right. And we'll have much more on this story tonight on KLTV 7 News. For KLTV Web Extra, I'm Bob Hallmark.